Welcome back to The Stranger Within by Kimberly Tracy. I know it's been a long time since I posted. Where we last left off, Hannah had just finished going through Jenna's computer some, stumbled across a post of her sister's that Ben commented on, who we have discovered is the limo driver. Let's continue to see what else Hannah discovers in Chapter 8, The Stranger Within. Feeling more confused than ever, Hannah decided to continue looking through Jenna's things. Still hoping to find more clues as to what happened that night, the nightmare began and her life seemed to end. She knew that finding the blog was a huge help in identifying Ben. But what else was there to be discovered? Hannah knew that Jenna was keeping secrets. But how many secrets was she keeping? She wondered. Knowing that the blog had hit a dead end for now, Hannah thought of what to do next. Then, hoping that she could somehow find out more about Ben and Jenna's connection, she decided to rummage through Jenna's drawers one last time. When I was her age, I had many secret hiding places, especially in my dresser drawers. Hannah opened up the top drawer of the dresser. Jenna's pajamas were neatly folded into pairs inside the drawer still. She lifted the stack of pajamas up, hoping to find something laying underneath. Anything. Unfortunately, she was not so lucky this time either. Hannah moved on to the next drawer. In the drawer were layered camis and tank tops. Again, she lifted the stacks of clothes out of the drawer to look underneath, still with no luck. She continued to move through each of the drawers, removing the stacks of clothes to get more thorough look than she had before. With each drawer turning up nothing, Hannah began to feel defeated. She was not ready to give up just yet, though. I must be missing something, she thought. Agitated, she then knelt down to get a look under the dresser, just in case there was something there. As Hannah pushed her face against the ground and squinted under the dresser, she thought she saw something small. She reached her hand under the dresser to see if she could reach it, but she was still not able to. Hannah repositioned herself so that her shoulder was closer to the base of the dresser. This time, Hannah did not come back empty-handed. Her hand emerged from under the dresser. She slowly opened it to see what had found. It was a fistful of pills, much like the ones Jenna was supposed to be taking. Hannah quickly stood up to look at the pill bottles on the dresser. She carefully opened up the first one she grabbed so as to not spill any. The pills did not match the ones in the bottle, so she moved on to the next bottle. Bingo, she thought, as she saw an exact match for the pills. Did Jenna purposely put these here? Did she intentionally stop taking her medications? Wondered Hannah. If Jenna was not taking her medication, that could have been the cause of all of her change in mood, Hannah thought. If it wasn't on purpose, then how did the pills end up there anyway? She decided to look up the withdrawal symptoms for the medication to see if there was any validity to her thoughts. Upon her research, she discovered that she was probably right. Most withdrawal effects could explain Jenna's behavior since Hannah returned home. Possibly before that. Irritability, increased depressive symptoms, changes in appetite, and insomnia. These were all things that Jenna seemed to be experiencing. Hannah tried to wrap her head around the idea of why her sister would have stopped her medication if she was feeling that way. It did not make sense to her that Jenna would continue to act as though she was taking her medication, then stash them under the dresser. Hannah continued to wander off in her head. Did Ma force Jenna to start taking the medications? Did Jenna talk to her therapist about coming off the medication without Ma's permission? Was Jenna planning on committing suicide with the pills? Was that even possible? Hannah's search proved to be digging up secrets that Jenna was hiding, and the more Hannah uncovered, the more confused she became. Hannah decided to go back to the blog page and see if she could find any more information that she could answer in her newfound questions. She logged back into the fake account to view Jenna's posts, scrolling back to the fill date on the prescription bottle to see if anything was posted around that time. Hannah read through a few lighthearted jokes that Jenna posted, a couple of posts about animals, and then there it was, a post from the day she received the medication. May 6, 2022, 1700 hours, 42 minutes, 36 seconds. Jenna S. 26. Hey guys, I hope that you are all doing fantastic. I have been going through a lot lately and thought that I would share something with you that is very personal. But if I don't, who else will? Enjoy. How the story begins. I have been beat down, abandoned, and broken, stripped of myself and all feelings. I am lost at sea without a beacon in sight, slowly drowning by the weights you placed. Screaming out loud, shots are unnoticed. I have been beat down, abandoned, and broken, stripped of myself and all feelings. I'm in the eye of the storm again, awaiting for the start again. Although the shouting stopped, it will start up again. The thunderous noise, the things crashed down, have been beat down, abandoned, and broken, stripped of myself and all feelings. May 6, 2022, 1700 hours, 53 minutes, and 16 seconds. Jazz, wow. You're not alone, sweetie. We all have our own storms to travel through. I hope it gets better. Hashtag stay strong. May 6, 2022, 1700 hours, 53 minutes, 32 seconds. Tender Heart, the song is heartbreaking. Love, I hope you feel better. She continues to scroll through more posts and then reads May 6, 2022, 1700 hours, 55 minutes, 28 seconds. Been there before. I miss the upbeat Jenna S. I took up running to boost my mood thanks to you. Love. Hannah began to read through some of the comments and then decided to go through just looking for familiar names. That's when she saw Ben's post to Jenna. It was clear that he had been following her for some time based on his comment. Hannah wondered, is there a way to search for just specific person's comments? How long had Ben been reading her post anyway? With these thoughts, she decided to search the web for a solution to her problem. After some time, she found a thread about commenters, but after reading through it, the thread proved to be a waste of time. Hannah continued searching for the answer she sought out. Reading through different articles and threads, she finally found one interesting. Hannah was really hoping that there would be a way to do all this from her account, but the blog site seems to be more secure than she thought it would be. Now that Hannah knew how to find just Ben's comments on Jenna's post, she needed to find a way to hack into her sister's account. I already managed to break into the laptop. How much harder could this really be? She pondered. The first step was determining which email account Jenna had used to set up her profile. Hannah typed in her sister's school email first, but thought that would have been too new. Then she typed in her sister's Gmail account, since she has it had it the longest. The next step would be to determine the password, and hoping that she chose the right email address. Just like with the computer, Hannah tried the horse's name, no luck. Next, her sister's best friend from childhood. Then the college she planned on attending. Did I choose the wrong email? Why isn't anything working? Hannah frustratedly thought. Although she did not think it would work, she tried Jenna's birth date. Surprisingly, the birth date worked with the email. I'm a genius! Finally, Hannah was in and could begin to search for Ben's comments. Hannah was on her sister's page and eager to look for more information. Stay focused, she told herself as she began to scroll the page. She began typing away on the computer, switching between tabs to ensure she did not miss any steps. After digging around, another tab finally opened up with a list of Ben's comments. Hannah was not sure if these were all his comments or just the most recent comments. Either way, she was hoping that there would be some valuable information within those words. March 4th, 2022, 1800 hours, 16 minutes, 54 seconds. Been there before. Wonderful song. Looking forward to reading another. March 5th, 2022, 1700 hours, 53 minutes, 28 seconds. Been there before. Great perspective. Smiley face. March 11th, 2022, 1800 hours, 23 minutes, 18 seconds. Been there before. I love your passion. It is enjoyable reading your blog. March 12th, 2022, 1900 hours, 27 minutes, 34 seconds. Been there before. You really have been an inspiration in this dark hour. Thanks for the uplifting post. March 27th, 2022, 1900 hours, 30 minutes, 46 seconds. Been there before. Sorry it's been a little. Just read through your previous post. Love, love. I hope things get better. March 30th, 2022, 1800 hours, 32 minutes, 54 seconds. Been there before. There's new runner's blog that I thought you might like, Runner 24/7. April 10th, 2022. 1600 hours, 54 minutes, 25 seconds. Been there before. Looking forward to some inspiration. Where are your new songs? May 6th, 2022. 1700 hours, 55 seconds, 28 or 55 minutes, 28 seconds. Been there before. I miss the upbeat Jenna S. I took up running to boost my mood thanks to you. June 2nd, 2022. 2,000 hours, 23 minutes, 46 seconds. Been there before. Giving in isn't easy. Making a change is hard. Keep your head up. Let's go for a run sometime. It was hard for Hannah to draw much more information or ideas from the comments, but she tried. Ben seems to be a fan of Jenna's. He enjoys her songs, took up running because of her. Was he in love with her? Hannah tried to wrap her head around what all the details meant. Maybe Ben was not a fan at all. Maybe he was her boyfriend. Hannah would need more concrete evidence if she was ever going to wake up from this horrible nightmare. Part of her hoped that finding out what really happened to Jenna, she would be able to move past this all somehow. She really believed that with all the answers would come a sense of relief. Now that Hannah was logged into Jenna's blog account, she wondered, what else can I find? She decided that she would look through Jenna's blog for any clues that may jump out. She went back to the home screen and began to look through Jenna's notifications. Most of the notifications were just stating that someone commented on a post of Jenna's and some were suggested pages to follow. Hannah did not believe that the notifications were of any importance at this time. She read through the various posts and comments on Jenna's pages, but nothing stood out to her. Next, she moved to see if Jenna commented on anyone else's posts. This proved to be a very difficult task for her. Hannah thought there must be a way to just view the posts of people that Jenna followed. But how? She took to the internet again in search of the answer. After scrolling the web for a while, Hannah found the needle in the haystack. There was a help page for the blog site which provided a lot of information about how to navigate the blog page. If only I would have found this page earlier, she thought. It would have made her earlier task of viewing Ben's comments much simpler. Hannah scrolled through the help page looking over all the different headers. After a few moments, she saw one that read, Who I follow and how to see them. Hannah hoped that this was the correct section. She read through it carefully and found a set of directions for exactly what she wanted, the list. Within moments, she had a long list of people Jenna followed. Now what, she wondered. Hannah decided to view the blog pages of the 5 most recently active bloggers that Jenna was following. The first page she pulled up belonged to Survivors United. This blog seemed to be dedicated to people who had lost someone of importance to them. Maybe I should follow this blog too, Hannah thought. After all, she did lose 2 important people in her life within a year's time. She continued viewing their page for anything to jump out at her. At least she knew that Jenna was seeking some kind of help to deal with the accident. The second page was dedicated to inspirational quotes posted by Heavenly Light. This person posted a quote every day along with the picture of the sky. The next 2 pages were dedicated to animals. This did not surprise Hannah at all. She would expect Jenna to follow a variety of blogs related to her interests, but this was not helping her. The final blog page she pulled up was posted by Runner 24/7. Wait, that's the page Ben suggested. While scrolling through this blog page, Hannah found something intriguing. She noticed that the page had a list of run locations and decided to look closer at it. While looking through the locations, she noticed one very close to their house. She decided to click on the link and opened another window. Hannah looked at the map with the runner path labeled, and her stomach dropped. This must have been the run Jenna was on that night. It went through the woods by their house, down the path toward the riverbank, and up the cliffside. Was that run even safe, she wondered? Now that Hannah had this clue, she knew she could not give up the search for the truth. She decided to return to the help page for assistance. Now, if there was only a way to see who else saw that post. She entered post viewers in the search bar to see what types of pages that would bring up. Ugh, too many to sort through. Again in the search bar, she adds, of my post. Less pages came up this time. Hannah spent quite some time reading through the results. Finally, she found something useful. There is a page titled, Who's Viewing My Post? She opened up the page and began reading through the information. After a few moments, Hannah finally knew how to find out who else might have viewed that post. Switching back to the previous tab, Hannah begins rapidly typing away. In a matter of minutes, she found the direct person in the run location by their house. Eager to see if any viewers' names stood out or the comments, Hannah leaned into the computer screen. There it was, the icing on the cake. She found that Ben had also viewed the specific run location too. Was it possible that this was what Jenna was doing that night? Could it really have been an accident? If this was posted over a month ago, why haven't they seen more runners nearby? Hannah's head began spinning with all the questions that were entering. But Ben was not the only person to view it. Someone with the name Aiden Bear 2 also viewed the run location. Who are you, Aiden Bear 2? What do you know? Where are you hiding? Hannah's head continued to spin for a moment. She thought it would be wise to take a short break and get some water. Hannah viewed the clock and it read 11:52 p.m. Much more time had passed by than she thought. Trying to be quiet, Hannah slowly opened the door and slid her feet across the floor towards the restroom. Once inside, she took a Dixie cup and filled it with her water. Slowly taking a sip, she debates going to bed, knowing that she needed to find out more before Ben and Eden Bear too. Hannah was determined to stay up. She sneaks back to the room just as carefully as she left it. She looked around the room for any more clues to jump out. She already looked through the drawers, under the dresser, under the bed. Hannah moved to the rug and lifted it up, hoping she would find something else. Unfortunately, there was nothing of interest under the rug, just some dirt. Next, Hannah looked upwards towards the closet. There were some blankets up on the top shelf of the closet among some boxes. Hannah decided to pull down the blankets to see if she could get to the boxes easier. Just as the blankets were falling down, Hannah heard a noise. It sounded like something heavy hitting the floor. Hannah quickly looked around to see if she could notice what fell. She moved in a small circle slowly until she saw a hard black case on the floor. She walked over the case and picked it up. She could feel the weight of the case in her hand, wondering where have I seen this before? But unsure of the answer, Hannah opens the case and finds a digital camera. Why did Jenna hide this? She loved her camera, she wondered. Hannah attempts to turn on the camera to view her sister's photographs. It appears that the batteries are dead and that the camera is broken. Hannah quickly takes to Jenna's bed again, hoping it's the former. She opens up the camera's side compartment and discovers the memory card is still there. She takes out the card and frantically looks over the laptop for a memory card port. Slow down, she tells herself. Now, taking her time, she views the left slots, then the right, but cannot find one. What will I do now, she wonders. Eager to see what is hiding within the memory card, she begins to search her room for double A batteries. Turning up empty-handed, she heads down the hallway towards the stairs. After descending the stairs, she moves towards the kitchen. Hoping to find batteries and search, she looks through the junk drawer, but turns up with only one double A battery. Now I'll have to wait till the morning to find out. Disappointed, Hannah ascends the stairs and heads towards the bedroom, feeling a sense of defeat and exhaustion. Hannah finally decides to get some rest for the night. Thank you again. Please like and subscribe and continue listening. The next chapter will drop on Friday. Enjoy. Have a great day. Bye.